Trundle up into the top lane here for Soan into the Maokai. Just try to nullify any of that tankiness in the team fights.
It'll definitely be a top lane Trundle because Trundle versus Maokai. While they try to play 4-1, while they try to poke around with the Talia, Jin Air definitely using sleight of hand with things like globals and an immense split push. 2 games, they won both of them. Only going to be so many scrims when you play close to back-to-back match days, so just go with what's working for the side of Jin Air.
Double roam up towards the top side. Seems like Jin Air want to find some action against Smeb, who's been denied a ton of CS so far. 18-3 as the wave crashes
They're ratcheting it up.
He's going to go ahead and start pushing back. Might have to pop the flash. He's going to try to get back in underneath the turret. Flashes in. MT goes forward. So much damage, and he will just be taken down. Be paying a visit down towards the bottom side of the map. Waiting in the brush has not been spotted yet.
Bit of patience, but Mata flash any moment. Here we go.
Yeah, flash pulverize comes through into the counter strike, and Teddy just disappears. Mata finds the kill, and now it's all on Wraith to try to get out of here. Gets the pop-up, flashes away. Seems like he will be able to exit with his life, but
beautiful. Nothing Teddy could do.
Yep.
Was able to use his heal. I'm surprised about that.
In the meantime,
giving them the direst treatment here.
Yeah, has that little kitten thrown down for a ward, but Smeb, yeah, nothing really he can do. No flash available. Going to try to hand this one over to Grace, it would seem.
But at point with their warding and start initiations, they can still make this game work, but it's always fun when the split pusher starts to get ahead, because then there's headaches on both sides. As well, this is a pretty big headache.
Smeb's got a massive headache at the moment. No flash available, so on. Tries to push in. He does have it. He's going to go for it. Gets the chomp, and that is just good. And we're going to see a very fast first brick coming through as So On is just knocking down that turret. Smeb has no way of getting back to lane quickly.
It's their mid-game. KT still have ways to win this game. The Trundle also is really popping.
I mean, you have to be wondering, you know, how do I get myself back into an acceptable position, let alone my team as a whole? Let's see, we can see some aggression here onto Wraith in the bottom lane. I mean,
score is here for a counter gank from down bot lane.
Call the Forge God coming through. Only gets a pop up there onto Mata. Fate's Call drags him back. So On with the pillar, however, is cutting him off. Deft jumps to the other side. Fate's Call comes through from Mata, popping up Grace immediately. Then flashes it away. It seems like the dynamic duo are gonna make it out with their lives, but they're going to have to forfeit the turret.
Yeah, everyone teleports in. Maokai cancels because he wants the extra time to get some damn minions and try to hold the top lane, which was such a struggle. Does mean they just lose bot lane.
Perhaps get some chunking down on the pawn should be enough to take that out. As Wraith's going to get found in the river. Score wrapping around the backside. And here comes the CC train. He's going to go ahead, flash away, try to get himself away from this Jax. But now with Jeff joining in the mix, they will have the run for the slow. They'll have the run for the execute. He'll get booted back over the wall. And Pawn will go ahead and kill steal the whole damn thing. Now Teddy in a bad spot, starts charging down the lane. But he knows that he's pretty much donezo here as he tries to get out. Flashes away into the stopwatch there for the headbutt pulverize. But nothing. Mata was feeling feisty there. Off the righteous glory to try to get in range of MT, but not going to be able to find it. In the meantime, just a little bit of scuffling here coming through. Deft going to go gold in right as that Call the Forge God comes through, so he's not going to get popped up now. Ultimate thrown down by the Maokai, so on up in the front line, just trying to get rid of Smeb. And now Mata's going to be turned up with the Fate's Call as there. Smeb all on his lonesome will get pop blast auto attack there over the wall from Denny comes through and they take him down, but that's going to be Grace going down in the fight as well. So far a 2-for-1 in advantage of Jin Air as they keep pushing down the mid lane. Will they peel back and go for the Baron? Try to get the turret. Seems like it's going to be the former.
Yeah, able to isolate out and kill Smeb, who doesn't get any value out of how insanely tanky he is. The other side, Score was able to buy a bit of time, but Jin Air going to turn straight onto the Baron. Like you mentioned, they're starting it up. Here comes the contest from KT.
Down to about half. Teddy here full HP. Deft is going to be the first one that shows his face. Pillar comes through and he has to flash to the other side.
Getting a pick for KT is the dream, because that would actually get the vision they want.
Asking you might receive. So On going to get jumped on. His advance comes through. He gets healed right back up. Ultimate comes down, but he can't be locked in. He will go ahead and flash over the wall.
Because we talked a lot about KT's Barons. What I want to see is them pushing up vision to the blue side jungle and then using the Weaver's Wall. I mean, we're getting to past level 16. The Weaver's Wall is so long. How many free objectives have we seen from Weaver's Walls in previous Talia metas? The Weaver's Wall hasn't really been used in this game at all by Grace. And that's what we're looking for, is might see a fight.
Smeb's getting chunked low there. While the Forge God comes through, gets a pop-up onto Deft and Mata. Deft down to about half HP. Dead. He's going to get popped. The Guardian Angel comes through. Mata goes golden to try to stay alive in the fight. Fate's Call, do believe, is still available. And Deft is actually going to go ahead, trades one back, finds the kill in onto Umpty, but Grace goes in and immediately kills off the Callista. Teddy getting jumped on, headbutt back into the thick of the fight. Will get taken down by Score, who stays alive, leap striking over to Pawn to keep himself alive. as he retreats back towards the base. Jin Air going to be coming out on top of this one so far with a 2 for 2 as they try to look for more, but they're turning it around. The Malefic Visions just go through, and Grace will get taken down. That is the pick that you were talking about, the sole pick without losing anybody on the side of KT.
Guess what it means.
And that is going to be them starting up the Baron, and really not much you can do if you're Jin Air. Try to poke over the wall, perhaps. Could try to go for the steal, but would likely be suicide, but might be losing his life anyway as around the backside, Smeb comes in, throws down the ultimate. Let's get the root there onto Wraith, but he's going to flash over the wall, and KT have been dragged off the Baron for this.
Yeah, they were fully invested on the turn. It seemed like Smeb could just goal keep and they could just burst it down. They have the Ren secure, but the clear call was turn. They wanted no chance of a steal. Now Mada watching Umti.
Yeah, Umti finds him, gets a little bit of damage there onto the Alistar, but the Rend is coming through. That's likely going to be feeling the pressure to have to fight around this objective. If they don't come out on top of this, as both buffs go over to KT, that very well could be game.
Need to find a way to kill Deft. Deft goes down, and KT's comp falls apart.
He would have to jump in, but they're just going to peel back. They're going to try to wait out the push. Papa Smithy, we're still on the players, so here we go.
We're walking up. What does it mean?
Forward here, Mada, maybe looking for the dive. There
means
we go.
A lot.
Goes in with a headbutt pulverize, finds Grace, who goes down pretty low. The face call comes out, call the Forge God, does get the pop-up in. Massive knockup from Wraith, but it's going to be Jin Air who's still losing members, so on, getting burned down. Will get the kill in on the Depth, but he pays for that one with his life. 3 members dead on the side of Jin Air just for the Callista. KT will go ahead, knock down this inhib turret, knock down the inhibitor in all likelihood, and there's nothing really that Wraith and Umti can do as they just stare on and watch the base crumble.
Well, with Deft going down, it means they don't have enough ranged auto attackers to end the game, so there will not be the game ending here, as you might have first thought. Mada walks straight up the top, taxing the Baron buff onto what is just the most insane motley crew of Voidlings and minions alike. The zoo is enacted in the top lane.
They're not done yet. Taking that second inhibitor at least.
10 seconds, take extra minion waves, and Tunnel Pillar can do some very annoying things when it comes to getting those final auto attacks onto an inhibitor turret. So KT waiting for the next minion wave. They don't have minions crashing in mid or top, so it's going to need a turret dive, and Mada's definitely walking out for one.
Yep, everyone will just go ahead and peel back Grace.
Those 2 Demolish procs did literally 80% of the turret health. That's what happens when you have Warmogs and there's health scaling on Demolish.
Why? Well, the Weaver's Wall there from Grace not really going to do much except box KT into the base that they want to be in, so thanks, I guess, as they are just kind of welcomed through the door. Now in onto the final turrets. It's the 2 blocking them from the Nexus. The super creeps are coming in on all sides.
Oh, baby!
Coming down, that's going to be the jump in. Grace manages to flash away, keep himself safe, and actually they're trying to trade this one back in onto Smeb, who goes very low here with the Maokai. So far, still going to be alive. Will get popped right at the end, it looks like there, yeah, as Umti finds the kill, but that is going to be traded for Teddy, as Deft is still alive, is still firing away, and is knocking down these final turrets. Nexus going to be standing, 3 members left on the side of Jin Air, but there's nothing really that they can do by the look of it, and there you go. The final hits go through onto the Nexus, 14-11 at the end. The action certainly did vamp up as the game went on. Started off pretty strong, then a very long dry spell, but the last 10 minutes or so there, not